Hello, my friends. How is everyone doing today? This is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. I hope you're doing well. I am having some fun here today. So, this came about because I guess it's a little squirrel moment. I've been wanting to make some tassels. And yesterday I did a video for my other channel, Jewelry Crafts with Sherry, and I was making some simple bead dangles for a collab that I'm in over there. And it was, we have prompts where we have to use certain colors, things like that. So I got out my beads and things like that and decided to, make some bead dangles. So if you want to see that video, hop over. And if you're not subscribed, I would appreciate that's one of my new channels. But yeah, Jewelry Crafts with Sherry. And just pop over there and watch that video and subscribe while you're over there and comment. Let me know you subscribed and you came over. But these are the beads I had out. Aren't they pretty? And I showed you these in my Thrifty Thursday 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so yesterday was the first time I used them to make some of those. I used some of these like crystal beads right here on the bead dangles. And I think that's all I used out of here. But it was a lot of fun, and I don't think I used any of those stars. No, those have bigger holes. I used these crystal beads because they have smaller holes, and I was using some eye pins and head pins and things like that to make those bead dangles. So today I want to make some tassels. I came in here this morning and I was like, oh, my bead, had cleaned up. So I was like, oh, my beads are still out. Let me go ahead and make those tassels. Because I've been wanting to, and everything's already out, kind of. So besides the beads, I got out these pretty fabrics here. So many. I was like looking for, see the colors in here, pinks, blues, and most of them are pretty bright. This little aqua one is not as bright, but it is an aqua color. And there's some light pink ones in there too, the beads. And so I had those. So I was looking for fabrics to go with those. And I already had these flower beads out. Or these are butterflies that I used on my bead dangles. And these have smaller holes, so I don't think I'll be able to use those. And these flowers I had out. And these have, I think, smaller holes, so I don't think I'll be able to use those. So I can put those away. And what else? Oh, I have all these little beads out here too. These are some I received in Happy Mail. They're similar to the ones I found at the thrift store. So I want to see if I can use some of those. And let's see what else. Oops, the green one popped out. I got out some seam binding here. So these are kind of like ribbon, You can use seam binding like you would ribbon. So this is a satiny one, and these are more cottony here, these three. I got out... I got out a bunch of stuff. Let me show you. Some seam bind. This is also seam binding, or like this one calls it seam tape, but this is the lacy type. So I got out 2 blues and a pink. So I got those out, and I got some eyelash trim out. Now this one, this one looked blue in the other room, and now it looks gray. So I don't think I'll be using. Well, you never know. I might use it. Yeah. Might be able to use that. Maybe that was a good mistake. This is rainbow, so that of course it has pinks and blues and all kinds of colors in it. And I also got out these like yarns here, different types of yarns. There's some blues in here. There's a blue in here, and I think this one might be more pink than orange. This one's orange, and this one's got browns in it, so like fall colors. But this one looks more like rosy pink, so I might use that one. And just some more, eyelash trim. I like the different fibers and textures and things in Tassel if I can, because it makes it really interesting. Here is some more beads. I have to say I don't know where I got these, but they were in my stash. Maybe they were at the thrift store, or I don't think I got these in Happy Mail. I think I probably got them at the thrift store, but I never know. I don't know about these. I could have got them in Happy Mail. And that's pretty much it for the tassels. So What I'm going to do is, so you don't have to watch me tear up or cut up the strips, I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll be right back. And I'll show you which ones I chose to start with, because of course I'm not going to use all of these in one tassel. I got out more than I can use here is what happened, but I was just finding all of these pretty fabrics. So I'm going to choose one or two, and then I add some strips of other things, and I'll show you what I chose, and then we'll put some beads on together, and I'll show you how I put it together. This is going to be a really simple tassel, so if you've never made a tassel, or if you want to make, if you forgot how to make tassels, this will be a reminder. And so I'll be right back. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I wanted to show you where I'm at. Just a little check-in here as I'm getting the strips ready for my tassel. And also I realized that this Friday's Stash to Treasure is, the prompts are beads, old jewelry, sequins, glitter, rhinestones, and bling. In case you haven't heard of Stash to Treasure, it's an open collab hosted by, besides myself, Susan from Susan Hiles Art, Helen from Moss Cottage, and Maria from Maria's Miscellany. And this is an open collab where we have gotten together for the last couple of months, and we put out some prompts. And today's the last week. I mean, the last Friday. We've been doing it on every Friday since the beginning of January. So you can still join in today if you want, even if you wanted to do a video today and you don't get it put up until tomorrow. That's fine. No worries. Go ahead and do it. Post your video today or tomorrow, and just use the hashtag in your title, hashtag stash to treasure. All the information will be in my description box, as well as my co-host. So be sure to check out their videos, and if you like this type of thing, ideas to use your stash, who doesn't need that? Just search that hashtag and all the videos will come up from the whole collab. And I have gotten some great ideas, and I just have been loving watching everyone's videos and how they interpret the prompts. It's so cool. But today is the last week, but Maria and I will be continuing the collab in a different way. I'm not sure how. We haven't finalized it as of my video right now, which is a week before I have to post it. We haven't finalized how exactly we're going to do it, like once a month, twice a month, that type of thing. But stay tuned. We'll let you know. So we will continue with the hashtag Stash to Treasure, and it will be at least myself and Maria of Maria's Miscellany who will be continuing the collab. So look forward to some more prompts. Maria and myself have already, made plans, made new prompts. We just have to finalize as far as what days it will be. So if you've been participating, or you hadn't got a chance to participate, you can continue participating, or start participating in the ongoing collab. So I'm back with what I wanted to show you as far as my progress on the tassel or tassels I'm making right now for this collab. And I already showed you my beads, and that was one of the prompts. So I have some eyelash trim. Let me show you my pile of strips here. So this is all the fabric strips. I just thought you would like to see how pretty they all are. I pulled out a couple where I have some strips in some of my little organizer drawers where I had made some tassels, but I had some extra strips. So I pulled this one out, this pretty blue and white gingham. This one right here, let me show you a bigger piece of it, because I found this. This is Alice in Wonderland fabric with the teacups. I found this as a scrap or whatever at a thrift store. I thought it was so pretty, and I hadn't used it. I got it probably a year ago maybe, and I showed you my Thrifty Thursday. I hadn't used it yet, so that's what I'm using in here. These pink strips. That's what that is. And this one also was in my drawer that I had made tassels out of before. In fact, I have some tassels made out of this. If you like blue, they're primarily this, and they're very fluffy and long. So if you need a tassel, those are in my shop. And then this one I just showed you right here, one of the ones that were in that pile. This is a fabric. This is not a bandana. It looks like bandana, but it's actually fabric. It was a fat quarter, I think, from Walmart. So anyway, I wanted to show you that gorgeousness there. So now I'm going to pause again, giving you all the Stash to Treasure information. Showed you where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and make some more strips out of the seam binding and the lace, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I've got my strips ready here. I think I might have too many. What do you think? Can you see? Hold on, let me get that ray of sunshine out of my video. Just 1 second. There we go. It was just cutting right through the middle, and there you probably weren't able to see very well. Yes, it's morning and the sun is coming. It's a bright sunny day, thankfully, but it doesn't look so great on videos when you have those rays of sunshine streaming through and you can't see anything, right? So anyway, I don't know if I've gotten carried away. I'm going to try to make this into one tassel, but it might be a little bit fluffy, which I have made many fluffy tassels before, and I think they're gorgeous. So let's see how we do. So as I think I already said, this is going to be simple tassel. This is one of the simplest ways to make a tassel. I have a notebook ring here, one of these that you just, close up. So I have it open right now. All I do is gather this up. This is going to be my tassel, unless I decide to divide it up, but I think it's going to be all right. It's going to be a little bit long, as you can see, but isn't it gorgeous? I have sold many a long tassel in my shop, so this will be in my shop, this one, and I would like to make some more of this, just the same type with the same things I have out here. In fact, when I was getting these strips ready, I saw that I forgot to show you two of the things that I got out. I didn't use them in here, but because I had too much stuff in here already. But let me show you how gorgeous. All the colors come together. It's like, I would say, if you've never made a tassel before, don't be afraid to put different textures and colors together. And, because they just look beautiful together. As you can see here, the more the merrier sometimes. I mean, if you want a plain one color tassel, that's fine too. I have done many of those too. Like I said, I think I have one light blue one in my shop. But also, the different textures and colors look good together too. So here I have, put my ring over, and I'm going to put the other part where it's the hinge on the bottom and leave the opening on the top here. And I'm just going to bring it down. I closed it up, bring it down like this. And this is a piece I cut off of one of these strips. I think let me see if this is the longest one here. This one is a little longer. Let's use this longer one here, okay? One of these blue and white ginghams. Then all I do is tie it around. This is pretty and simple, and you can just do whatever you want with the tassel like this. You can make them any length you want. Just cut your strips shorter. I might make some just like this, but shorter. I am loving this right now. So pretty and so fluffy. So then all I see, I just tied a knot right there. Kind of, this will be the front. I still have my little, where I put the ring together. Keep that at the top. And then you can either tie another knot and let this extra ribbon hang down, or if I have enough here on this piece, this is kind of why I took the longer piece, you can tie a little bow here, and that's kind of adds to the decoration of your little top piece here. And there you go. Your tassel is done, except for the bead part. So now we're going to add the beads. So like I told you, I got out these beads right here and all the other ones that I have here. And let me show you what I didn't put in there. I didn't end up putting, well, I didn't end up putting everything in here, but most of everything I showed you, I put in here. What I didn't show you before that I had to put in here was these spools of ribbons that I pulled out. I just had to stop. It was getting to be, I was like, this is going to be like too much. So this is some crochet ribbon here. I don't even know where I got this. I hope I find some more because it's really cool. I don't think I got it at Dollar Tree. I think I got it at a thrift store. Yeah, there's Yeah, I must have got this at a thrift store. But it's like crochet blue. And this is just some white grosgrain. But I thought I would put some of that in there, but I didn't. I had to stop, like I said. And this is some pink ribbon from a thrift store also. But I've seen this at, this type of ribbon is kind of a satiny, if you can see that, a satiny ribbon. I think I've seen this at Walmart. This is not from Walmart, I don't think, but I think I've seen this type at Walmart. So anyway, let's put some beads on here. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. I have put many a charm and things on my tassels before, but let's just start with this pink ribbon right here because it's looking like it'll fit right through here. I'm just going to kind of make my tip a little skinny. There it goes. Yeah, it fits right on there. See? And I figured it would be tight enough. I won't have to tie a knot. See how it fits on there? That's what I had in my head, that it would just go on there. It won't move around, so I won't have to like tie a knot under it or anything to keep it on there. I'm going to push that one up and put, see, I put a pink one on there. Let's put also another one on this same ribbon. I just kind of randomly chose one out there, this aqua one. And I think my tip isn't as thin as I just had it for that first bead, but I need to get my pokey tool out here and help myself to get these on here. Hold on, let me get my pokey tool here. I think that'll help. Anything else that will help here? Nope, I think this will be good. And of course, there's many different ways to get your beads on. What did I just do that with that bead now? Here it is. Yeah, many different ways to get your beads on. So whatever, if you've done this before, you know, use your method. But right now I'm just using this method. Poke it through, the poke it through method. So yeah, I'm just going to poke it through. Well, I think I am. Hold on. There's something on my pokey tool from when I was binding. That's from when I was binding a journal. The not Peter Rabbit, the Beatrix Potter journal from last weekend. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to pull that one up. So I have two beads on there. And, you know, they're tight. I mean, they're not like super tight, but they're tight enough so I don't think they're going to fall off type of thing. So let's see what else we can put a bead on. So here is a piece of fabric. When I tore my fabric, the fabrics I just tore, I didn't cut them. You can cut them if you want, but I like the frayed edge. It kind of adds to the fluffy look. So let's do the same thing with this is the one that looks like a bandana. Let's see, we haven't used one of these yet, so let's use one of those. See if we can get that through there. I might have to use my pokey tool again. Will it go in there at all? Yeah, it goes in a little bit, but I definitely need my pokey tool or my awl to push through there. There we go. And you can tie knots under these if you want that look. If you want some knots, that adds to the texture too. So I want these at different levels. So let's put this one down here. I don't want them all, you know, the same level all the way around. And sometimes I think I have a knot I had one in the bottom of one of these pieces of fabric. Sometimes it looks, you know, if you want a little bit that knot texture, you can tie a knot in the bottom of your piece of fabric. That might look good too. So I've got a blue one on here. Let's use one from one of these other bigger ones here. So I've got a little green in this Alice in Wonderland. So let's put a green one on here. This is just going to be a colorful tassel. Bright, pretty, happy, springy. Okay, and I'm going to lower it a little bit. And this one feels tight too. Like even if I shook it a little bit like that, it's not going to come off. And it's right here, pink and green, and that's the first ones we put on. Here's the ones I just put on, a blue and green one. But this is the aqua green. In fact, let me raise this up a little bit more so it's not so much in line with that. Okay, now let's do another one over. See how that's going this way, that's going down the middle. Let's see if the lace will let me put some beads on here. So let's pick another color. Let's see, we've got pinks and blues and greens. Mostly pinks and blues in here though. There is a yellow in that Alice in Wonder fabric too, Alice in Wonderland. Let's pick a yellow one. Yellow bead here. And also help me put it through. There we go. Pull that up. Let me see if that feels like it's going to stay. Yes, it does. I want it where I can see it, so I'm going to push it down a little bit right here in between these two beads, and then I'll put another one down here. Let's pick, let's see. Let's pick, I don't have any purple in here. Let's see if I have any other colors that would go with this. There is a yellow flower here. A yellow flower bead. Cute, right? Yes, this is the perfect. I mean, I'm not going to use a ton of beads on here, but I am using the beads. That is the point. I'm using them. Stash to treasure. They're not in my little organizer anymore. They are being used. So that's what this collab is all about. I did put two yellow ones on here, but that is fine. One's a flower and one's a bead. And see how they're kind of spaced around here. So let's go to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing over here, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to pause and do it, and then I'll show you what I did. I don't want this video to go. I want to be able to finish and show you my results. So I'll be right back. All right, my friends, I am back. I have put the beads on this side. So I put two right here. This is a blue one and a pink heart, a big pink heart bead. And then I put two right here. There's a bunny, a green bunny, and a yellow kind of clear, you know, where you can see through it to kind of bead. I thought that was pretty. And then on this lace, I put a pink heart, which you can also, one that you can see through. And this is a pink bead here. It kind of has a, you know, ridges, or like a pumpkin. It's not a pumpkin, but it's, you know, the ridges like pumpkins have. That's what it looks like. In case you can't see it, I wanted to describe it to you. And I don't know if I said this, but when I tore my strips for my fabric, I intentionally tore them thin enough so that I could put a bead on it if I wanted to. You know, if they're too thick, I thought maybe I wouldn't be able to get a bead on there. I don't know. But I did tear them, make thinner strips so that I could make sure I could get a bead on there. And the thicker ones like this was from, like I said, from my drawer where I had these left over from previous tassels. So this is how she looks. I'm going to call it done. You could do more to it, you know, use your imagination. But if you want to make a simple, really pretty tassel, just put your, you know, stash together your fabrics. And by the way, you know, just as a reminder, last week we used fabric, and that was one of the prompts. So, and I showed several different ways to use fabric. If you haven't seen that video, just go to last Friday on my videos, and you will see where I showed lots of different ways to use fabric. And this is another way. I don't know if I mentioned tassels in that video. I don't remember at the moment, but this is another way to use up some of your fabric. And I used, you know, as you can see, I used quite a bit in here. And like I said, I had to stop, and you can use less or more, whatever. But I have, for the strips I showed you that I had torn up, I probably have enough for another tassel. Like I said, I want to make some smaller ones. So this is the strips that I already tore up. So the strips go a long way depending on how fluffy you make your tassel. But this is really, you know, I love making tassels, and I haven't done it in a while. So, and this is going to be my shop if you're interested, and I will see you in my next video. So everyone have a great day. Stay tuned for Maria and I's announcement. We might be doing an announcement / first week of the new collab with just Maria and I. And And also make sure you check out the other videos today, because I can't wait to see, like how many ideas are there to do with today's prompts. Beads, old jewelry, sequins, glitter, rhinestones, bling. There's probably a million, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, ideas you could do with all of those different things, right? So I can't wait to see what everyone does. So everyone have a great day. I'll see you in my next video, and happy crafting.